All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. So many, let me get the band playing there. Got it. All right, there we go now. Let's waste no time. Let's bring in the head football coach at MTSU, Rick Stockstill. Coach, good morning to you.
Morning, Joe. How are you, my man?
I am so over the moon excited that you're joining us today. I really appreciate you doing that. I know how busy you are, so thank you for doing this.
I'm honored to be on here, Joe. I'm not that busy. I can't be on here with you.
When do we leave for the Bahamas?
Monday. This coming Monday. Early, got to get everybody. We've got such a big party with all our players, managers, trainers, administration. Some booster people and everything. So we probably have over 200 people that we've got to get to the airport and. Luggage and all that. So we'll get out of the Greenland parking lot about 5:45, 6 o'clock in the morning there on Monday, and then go through all the screening process and get on the bird and head down there.
That is going to be so much fun. How much time, and when I tell people this, I use your line all the time, which you told me many years ago, there is no such thing as a bad bowl game, is there?
The worst ones I've ever been to are are some of the best, so it's an honor for these players and coaches and everybody associated with any team that goes to a bowl game, because people don't realize how hard players work. This journey didn't just start in August. This started, when you come back in January, and everything that a player has to go through from a physical standpoint. Some of them have battled through injuries throughout the course of the year, so it's just a great reward, for these guys to be able to go to a bowl game, and especially for your seniors that, may be the last time they ever play football, been playing it since they're 5 years old, that, they can go out. The last time they ever play a game was in a bowl game. So really proud and happy for those guys.
How do you balance work, practice, and fun in the Bahamas? Because I tell you, if I was on your team, you'd send me home after the first day.
No, we wouldn't send you home, Joe. You're too important to the team. So, no, the thing about it, Joe, is we're not there that long. And I told them, we have to get our work done here. And, I think it was probably a little bit more of a challenge here, because we just finished final exams last week. When we finished the FAU game, that next day, Sunday, started the contact period from recruiting. So we were out recruiting. I gave the players off a week, and then we started practice last Saturday, in preparation for the game. So we've practiced this week, around exam schedule and everything. So we'll get there Monday. Time we get there Monday, there's not enough time to practice. So they'll have Monday, and then Tuesday, it will be a good work day. And then, Wednesday is like a Thursday. Thursday's like a Friday, and then Friday's game day. So you only have 3 practice opportunities when you're there. So like I said, we got to get our work done here, but it's a reward for them, Joe, like you said. And, I want them to have fun, but they also understand that, we're going down there to win a game, and it's not a vacation.
Exactly right. And the fact that I love the fact that you guys are the first bowl game, which kicks off the bowl season. You guys started, it ends with the championship game on January the 10th, whenever that is. So that's also exciting, because a lot of eyeballs are going to be on this game versus Toledo next week.
Yeah, not only are we the first day of bowl games, the Cure Bowl's later that day, but we're the very first one, from a time slot standpoint. So, it's an opportunity for these guys for a lot of people to see them and to kick off the bowl season. And, what a special time, I tell them, when you're practicing in December, that's a good thing. And we're really excited about, this opportunity.
Coach, we had to bring on Justin Beasley. He thinks the world of you like I do. So, Justin, the floor is yours to ask Coach a question.
Coach, you got some frequent flyer miles to get me and Joe to the Bahamas?
We don't need free. We got 2 empty seats ready for you. But sounds like you got to deal with this parade. You got
Justin, mute your other microphone. Justin, turn your other camera off.
He's still your son, isn't he, Joe? You still got to raise him.
I taught him better than this. Justin, you there now? Justin, you muted the wrong microphone. This is ridiculous.
Coach, you love Big Joe's Twitter. Tell us why it's the best one in the land. He's authentic, ain't he?
Yeah, because he talks about you most of the time on there. And the people want to hear about Justin Beasley, the people's choice.
All right, Justin, you got another question? Ask.
How much do you enjoy being at Middle Tennessee? I think for 17 years now, you see the college landscape and all these coaches leaving for different jobs. How blessed are you to call Middle Tennessee home and have a good administration and also want to be there that long and be able to build relationships? Because I think that's why you got in this business in the first place.
Yeah, Justin, I appreciate you saying that. But, yeah, I'm honored to be here. I never take a day for granted. And you get in the coaching profession, to try to impact and change lives. And Coach Bowden used to always say, that a coach can impact more people in a year than most people can in a lifetime. And that's why I coach. That's why, we coach. And I've never, been that guy to chase the next job or chase the dollar bill or anything like that. And all I want to do is try to, help these guys wherever I've been, whether it was Clemson or South Carolina or all my other stops, just to try to help these guys realize, their full potential to be the best men, be the best football players that they can be. And, you start something, I feel like you should finish it. And, it's what I love coaching. I'm passionate. I haven't lost a bit of my passion, for this game. And I love trying to help these people, help these young players, like I said, realize their full potential.
I asked you one time about you had a player win the Super Bowl, and you said, that's great. And you said, almost without missing a beat, Coach, you get just excited when a player graduates as they do when they win a Super Bowl. And I just thought that was interesting that immediately you thought about graduation and players and getting out into the world and having that degree and how important it is.
Yeah, Joe. And Joe, I mean, eventually somebody's going to tell these guys you can't play football anymore. Some of them are going to be told next Monday afternoon that you can never play football again. If you're fortunate enough to go to the NFL and the Super Bowls and all that, that's good. But eventually, that ball's going to be taken away from you. And you got to lean back on, your foundation, your morals, your integrity, your character of who you are as a man. And, it starts with getting an education so you can provide for your family and be an example for your kids as you get them, that they can look to mom, they can look at dad and say, my parents graduated from college. I want to do that. I want to provide, for my family, and don't let my circumstances determine, my future. And we all control that. So I want these guys to graduate, and they're doing that here.
Go, Justin.
I'm glad yours worked with me, Justin, because you didn't work when you had Joe. You figured it out. I like your style.
Thank you, Coach. That's the way to do it. Hey, just tell me, you got a place in the Bahamas? I mean, you always go on all theyese tropical bowls. If I was you, I'd get a house out there by now.
The last time we went, Justin, it was 15. Then the next year we went to Hawaii. So maybe history will repeat itself. But, all your buddies in the coaching profession, they always call you about this time of the year and try to get on that plane too. But, Conference
like
USA,
me and Joe.
Conference USA's got some great destination, bowl sites, with, Hawaii, the Bahamas, New Orleans, Fort Lauderdale, all the different bowl sites that we have, Dallas. So it's Conference USA's got some great destinations, and we're excited to go down there. I looked at the weather yesterday, at 6:00 here yesterday morning, it was 35, and at 6:00 yesterday morning in the Bahamas, it was 75. So we're excited to get there.
That's so great.
Really feel sorry for you, Coach.
If you didn't have that parade, you could go with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a way to make both work.
There you go. Come on.
Hey, and Justin, when you put him on the plane, you can put him in he's so tiny, coach. You can put him in the stowaway. It doesn't matter.
Hide me in the luggage.
Nah, we're going to put you in the front row.
The carry-on. Hey, I do want to ask you this, Coach. Signing day is next week. You guys in the Bahamas, I mean, people are saying this is confusing and just odd.
Yeah, it's a little scary, to be honest with you, just because you're going out of the country. And I know the phone issues, technology issues that we had the last time we were there. So we've got to do a good job this week of educating our signees, guys that we're going to sign, on how to do, what to do. And when we get down there, that's one of the first things we have to do, is to make sure we've got a handle on that, because you'd hate to have some kind of mishap happen because you're out of the country. So, we've been to bowls when, you had early signing day, but we've been in the States, so this is a little scary, to be honest with you, just because, the technology issues that we could have. We could get frozen down there in that little circle, going around, like Justin was earlier today. And so it's a little scary, but yeah, you're right. So you gotta plan that also. You got practice, you got preparation, you got signing day, all the things that you have to do.
It's a lot. Justin, you get one final question with Coach.
No, I just got one final statement, Coach. We love you. Me and Joe, I've always loved you. And you talk about the players and graduating, and you talk about the family-like atmosphere. A lot of coaches can say that in front of a mic, but just working with you as often as me and Joe do, we can feel it from you, and we appreciate that. And you represent Middle Tennessee well, and especially Murfreesboro, and we're glad to have you. And we hope you never leave us. You're a prized joy in Murfreesboro for sure.
Well, I appreciate you, Justin, and you know how I feel about you and the respect that I have for you and Joe, and you guys are first class in everything you do, and just a ton of respect for you.
All right, see you, Justin. Coach, don't go anywhere. I got a couple more questions. Justin, get to work. Coach, what was your first bowl game as a player? Do you remember?
Yeah, my freshman year at Florida State, it was the Tangerine Bowl, which in Orlando, which then became the Citrus Bowl. And then when they added another bowl, it was now they have a Tangerine Bowl. I think they do, but so that was my first one against Texas Tech.
Wow. And then the Orange Bowl, was it against Oklahoma?
The next two were my Orange Bowl years, and both of them were against Oklahoma.
God, and now, it's still going. How many bowls total?
Count as a player?
Yes, everything. Assistant coach, everything.
24. This will be my 24th. 21 as a coach and 3 as a player.
That is amazing. I remember it was the first one at Middle, the Motor City Bowl.
Yeah, 06, the Motor City Bowl in Detroit on day after Christmas, I think it was.
Wow, that's so great. And the fact that, that you guys weren't just given a bowl game. You guys earned this in the last game. You were down big. You rallied back. I would think you're so proud of your team, because they could just packed it in and said, we tried. And, man, they kicked it in another gear and just took over.
Yeah, and I told him, Joe, after the game, that was a heck of a fight because of everything that we had to overcome and deal with the course of that week. We had 14 players that didn't practice until Friday that week because they had flu. 3 of them didn't even make the trip because they were still, had the flu. So, just what they overcame and to get there, and the fight that they had in that game, and the never give up spirit and attitude. And I told them after the game that, it's not what's poured on you. It's not what's said about you. It's not, anything like that. It's that defines you. It's what's inside you, and what was inside this team, what's inside these coaches, is a great toughness, a great resiliency, a never give up attitude. And, a lot of people may have turned that TV off when it was 17-3. And but we didn't, and what you don't, what's poured on you, what's said about you doesn't define you. And what you're made of is what's inside of you. And I'm just really proud of the team and everything that they've gone through and overcome, and especially that game to get to where we wanted to get.
Fantastic, and and just so great. What a great comeback and win. Also, before we go, the APR rate, people don't really know what the APR is, but the academic rate at MTSU, when you came there, you made it a priority, and you guys are at the top and have been for many years, and that is also important to you as well.
Yeah, it's like Justin said, an APR is glorified. I say it's glorified letters for graduation rate. It's too hard to explain APR, but that's basically what it is. And, to me, it's what's important. Like I said earlier, you're going to be told you can't play football ever again, but you determine, how long you want to work. And if you get your degree, you can work for a long, long time.
That's
and,
right.
So it's, it goes hand in hand. And, some guys, they realize it, their freshman year. Some of them, it takes them to their sophomore. Some, don't ever get it, but they won't leave here, and say that Stock didn't care if I graduated or not. All he cared about was football. They'll never say that. And I want these guys to be successful in every aspect of their life. And it starts with their, college education.
Beautiful. Coach, as always, I know you're busy. Thank you so much. We'll be cheering you on. You know what I think about you and your family, and I love you, man. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Appreciate you, Joe. I love you. I respect you, man. And this is great. I love what you're doing, man. You're the best. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Rick Stockstill, head football coach at MTSU. They take on Toledo in the Bahamas Bowl. They leave on Monday. They play next Friday. So really cool to have Coach on today to join us for all of that. I mean, again, I think the world of him. We got the helmet. We got the jersey. You heard the sweatshirt. Justin was on earlier with us. So a lot of good things. All right, we'll come back. We will play America's favorite game, Celebrity Birthdays. That's next.